Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I'm Verity, and this is a 30-minute core focused class. So we're going to get at the core from the front, the sides, and the back. We're not doing this to try and get a flat stomach or six pack because you are already perfect. We're doing this to try and get a strong core so we stand up nice and tall. We have better balance. And also that strength gives you confidence. So confidence on the mat, but also off the mat. You're better able to handle any challenges that life might throw at you. So lie yourself flat on your back. Just arrive on your mat. Take a few deep breaths. Notice anything that's going on in your body today. And just know that this is your yoga practice. So if anything doesn't feel good, of course, don't force it. I'll give you options for a few things. Just choose what feels right for you. If you have any injuries, modify and rest whenever you would like to. So begin to deepen your breath, really breathing into your belly, your ribs, all the way up to the top of your chest. Smooth out your breath. Lovely. And then if you bend your knees, bring your feet flat on your mat and bring your hands to your belly. And just take a moment to think about that core connection. So spread your fingers. As you exhale, try and draw up on your pelvic floor. So engage Mula Bandha. And then if you think of your core as like a web or a net that you're trying to draw together. So it draws in and down. So your hip bones come together. Everything tightens and lowers towards the mat on an exhale. Try not to stick your ribs out. And then as you inhale, soften everything. So exhale, engage Mula Bandha, engage your core, and maybe press with your fingers a little, feel that connection. So as that's engaged, you can still breathe. You're breathing into your chest. So take a breath. And then the next time you inhale, soften everything, release. Good. So see if you can bring your feet up. So your knees are bent at 90, heels are level with your knees. And then again, you can bring your hands to your belly to feel what your core is doing, or if you prefer, you can bring your arms down by your side. Think about exhaling, engaging Mula Bandha, engaging your core, Uddiyana Bandha. And just feel that even though you're not moving and doing anything, this is a bit of work. So the closer your knees are towards you, the easier it will be. So you can do that if you want to, but if you want more of a challenge, knees above your hips or further away. If you take them further away just for a second, you'll feel your core has to work. Good. So see if you can keep that engagement, keep breathing, keep the bend in your right knee and just tap your heel to the mat and then lift. Tap your left heel to the mat and lift. It's good. Just continue to alternate. If at any point you feel that your belly is kind of come out of your control and it's popped out, just pause, reset, and begin again. So if it doesn't feel good to bring your heel all the way down, you can just lower halfway and up. Good. See if you can do once more each side. Well done. Hug your knees in, keep your knees together and just circle your knees. Massage your lower back into the mat. Good, and change direction. Okay, come back to that same starting position. Knees above hips. Engage your core. Exhale draws up on your pelvic floor. Core draws together and down. So either with hands on your belly, or this time, if you want to, you can reach your hands up. You can keep them down by your side. You can stay with your heel taps or extend your right leg and hover, and then bring it back in. Extend your left leg and hover, bring it back in. Good. Keep breathing. If you notice that your belly's popped out, just pause and reset. You're doing well. So if you want to add on, as your right leg extends, extend your right arm. So same side, and then slowly back in. So you inhale out, exhale back in. If it doesn't feel good to add your arms, just keep going with your legs. Lovely. See if you can do once more each side. Well done. Hug your knees in. This time, bring a hand to each knee and take individual circles of your knees. And then change direction. Good. Bring your legs back up to that starting position. This time, bring your knees together, your ankles together. Take your arms out to the side at shoulder height, or you can make a cactus shape. Exhale, engage your core, and then drop your knees to the right halfway. Good. Then squeeze your right leg up into your left leg and your left leg back down. So squeezing your thighs together. Good. Then come back through center. Take them over to the left halfway. Squeeze your left leg up into your right leg down. Keep your core tight. Keep breathing. Come back up. So you can do the same again, or this time we're going for 89 degrees. So not quite touching the floor, just hovering. So exhale over, core is engaged. If you want more of a challenge, you can extend your legs out long, but you don't have to, you can keep them bent. Squeeze your legs into each other, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your core. Good. Inhale back to center, exhale out to the other side. Squeeze your legs together. Choose if you want to straighten your legs. I haven't got room, that's my excuse. Good. And then come back to center. Hug yourself. Lovely, well done. So we're going to come up into child's pose. You can either rock yourself up and come into child's pose, or roll onto your right hand side. Gently lift yourself up and come into your child's pose. And then make any adjustments that you need to. Take a few deep breaths. Redo your hair if you need to. Good. So settle in there just for a moment. And then if your arms aren't already reaching forwards, reach your arms forwards. And then make this active by looking in between your hands, lifting up your elbows and stretching your fingertips away from you. Lovely. And then as you inhale, come all the way up, reach up, stretch up. As you exhale, turn to the right, reach your right arm back and your left arm forwards. Inhale back through center, exhale to the left, right arm forwards, left arm back. Inhale to center, and as you exhale, come into a tabletop. Inhale to cow. Exhale, push the floor away around your spine, cat. Come back into child's pose, take a moment. And then as you inhale, sweep your arms towards you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, reach up through center. Exhale, left. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, tabletop. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Come back to child's pose. It's good. Take a moment here, but keep it active. Reach your fingertips away from you. Good. And then lift your hips, tuck your toes, come into downward facing dog. So it's your first of the day. You might want to keep your knees bent until you ease yourself into it. So push your hands down and away. Lengthen through your spine. Lift your hips as high as you can and then ease your thighs back. Doesn't matter how close your heels are to the floor. And then as you inhale, come forwards to plank. Exhale, knees down. Keep your toes tucked and sit back into your active child's pose. So elbows lifted, fingers pushing down, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees down, active child's pose. Good. So you can stick with that if you want to. Or this time come forwards into plank and we'll go straight back to downward facing dog. You can bring your knees down at any point. So inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. It's good. Bring your knees down, sit on your heels as you inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, just circle your wrists all the way down. Let your hands come down as you circle. Good. And then flick your fingers to stretch back up again. Circle. Lovely. Bring yourself back to your tabletop position. So push your hands into the mat. Engage through your core, knees are underneath your hips. Tuck your toes. And then see if you can hover your knees off the mat. So it doesn't need to be high, just enough to get a piece of paper under is fine. Keep that connection with your core. And then see if you can take both knees over to the right. So your left hip points towards the mat. Keep pushing your hands into the mat. It's good. Come back through center. Take your knees to the other side. Good. Come back to center. Let your knees come down. Again, inhale, reach up. Circle your wrists. And then flick your fingers up. Lovely. Come back to your tabletop. Tuck your toes. Push the floor away. Engage your core. Lift your knees. Only if you want to, extend your right leg, or you can bring both knees down and extend your right leg. It's up to you. So squeeze your right glute, try and keep your hips level. Breathe. And then bring that right foot back to the mat. You can stay in your hover, or you can bring your knees down. Left leg extends. Squeeze your left glute. Toes point down. It's good. Bring your knees down. Take a stretch back in child's. And then as you inhale, come back to your plank. So your option here is that you bring your knees down and just move back into this active child's pose and then move forwards into tabletop. So you can do it like this, or for a bit more of a challenge, from your plank, bend your knees deeply, bring your hips back towards your heels so you're in a bear pose, and then push yourself forwards back to your plank. So choose the option that feels right. We're going to do it 4 times. So inhale back, exhale forwards. Inhale back, exhale forwards. 2 more. Good. Keep your core engaged. Arms nice and straight as you come into your plank. Lovely. Bring your knees down. Reach up again. And just circle your wrists. Flick your fingers back up. It's good. Bring the backs of your hands together. Roll your wrists. Lovely. Come back into your plank position. So this time, you have the option to come back into your bear and then bring your right knee to your chest in between your hands. Lift it up and squeeze. You don't have to do that. You can stick with your active child moving forwards. So we're going to do 4, or you can stick with both feet down, coming forwards and back. Otherwise, come back to your bear or your knees down As you exhale, maybe bring your right knee in, squeeze it up, and then come back. Exhale, inhale. 2 more. Exhale, inhale. Last one. It's good. And then everybody step their right foot in between the hands. Bring your left knee down. Inhale to rise up into Anjaneyasana. So think about your legs being really strong here. Push your right foot down and energetically draw it back. So engage that inner thigh, and then push your left shin down and draw it forwards. So feel that you're lifting up, engaging Mula Bandha, core is tight. If your arms are comfortable, reach up. If your shoulders feel really tight, you can keep your hands in prayer. Maybe we'll do some pull-ups if you want to. So keep thinking about your strong legs, squeeze your right glute, turn your palms to face away from you, and then imagine that you have a pull-up bar and you want to pull yourself up. So as you exhale, make a fist and draw your arms down. Inhale, reach up. I'll turn to show you. Exhale, pull yourself up. Inhale, reach. Exhale. It's good. One more. Lovely. Reach both arms up. And then as you exhale, bring your left hand down, your right hand to your thigh, twist towards your right leg. If you want to, you can tuck your back toes, lift your knee. You can lift your right arm, but you can do all of this with your knee down. Good. And then make a big circle with this right arm. So take your fingertips towards the back of your mat, down past your foot, reach forwards and up. It's good. One more big circle. Lovely. As you exhale, bring your hands down, step back into plank. And then we're going to come into forearm plank. So you can come from here, bring your right elbow where your hand is and then your left, or bring your knees down, arrange your arms so your elbows under your shoulders. If you want to, you can stay on your knees or tuck your toes, lift yourself into your low plank. So push the floor away, engage your core, and then maybe for fun, lift your right foot towards the ceiling. Imagine you want to push the ceiling away. So pulse, push, 2, 3, 4. Good. Left side, push, push, 2 more. Well done. Let your hips come down, lower yourself to Sphinx. So your elbows are either directly underneath your shoulders, or if that's not comfortable for your lower back, bring your elbows further forwards. So choose what feels right. Take a moment to think about drawing your shoulders back. Energetically draw your elbows back and your chest forwards. Take a few deep breaths. So you're still gently engaging your core here. Good. So if Sphinx isn't comfortable for you with your elbows underneath your shoulders and you have your elbows further forwards, just stay in your Sphinx. You can maybe move your head a little bit. If you have your elbows underneath your shoulders, you have the option to do some roll ups. So engage through your core, push your arms into the mat, and then lift your hips, look down, and then slowly lower, look forwards. Good. One more like that. Good. So if you want to, you can stay with that, or we'll do 2 lifting the knees as well. So you stay on the tops of your feet. Exhale, engage your core, lift your ribs, lift up, look down, and then lower, look forwards. Once more, choose your option, or you can stay still. Good. And then lower yourself all the way onto your tummy. Reach your arms forwards, take full body stretch. Good. So if you want to here, you can keep your hands on the floor and just work on lifting your chest, head, push the floor away. Another option is that you lift your hands, or we'll do some more pull-ups. So really engage your back muscles, engage your core, try and pull your belly button away from the floor. Lift up, exhale, pull your elbows back down by your sides. Inhale, reach, exhale, pull. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, lovely. Well done. This time, place your hands down, elbows in, push yourself back into downward facing dog. Well done. Come forwards into your plank, and then you have your options. Come back, bring your knees down, sit back, and come forwards, or come into your beast, or we're going to move from beast and bring the left leg in. So exhale brings you forwards, brings your left knee in, squeeze your belly. Inhale, step back. Exhale, left leg. Good. 2 more. Choose your option. You can rest whenever you would like to. Good. This time, step your left foot forwards, right knee comes down. See if you can inhale, reach up. So again, think about being strong through your legs. Push your left foot down and back, your right knee and shin down and forwards. Engage through your inner thighs, engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Reach your fingertips up. Turn your palms away from you. Exhale, pull your arms down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale. One last time. Lovely. And then reach up. Your right hand comes by your left foot and you twist towards that left leg. Good. If you want to, you can tuck your toes, lift your knee. I'll turn around so you can see me. So maybe you reach your arm up. Your hand can stay on your thigh if you want it to. Let's make some big circles. So reach towards the back of your mat. Down and forwards. Really stretch. One more time. Lovely. Reach up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down. Step back into plank. This time, let your knees come down. Maybe take your knees wide and sit back into a wide leg child's pose. So you can relax your arms. You can bring them down by your feet if that feels good. Just take a couple of deep breaths there. Well done. So take one more deep breath. And then as you inhale, sit yourself up. If you're comfortable to stay sitting on your heels, do that. Otherwise, you can do this cross-legged. Just think about gently drawing your shoulders back, lifting your chest. You can bring your fingertips behind you. Open your heart, maybe look up. Good. And then if it's comfortable, interlace your hands. Again, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, push your hands away from you. Good. And then take your clasped hands over to the left-hand side. Take your left ear to your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in, exhale. Good. Come up to center and then drop your chin to your chest and then take your ear towards your left shoulder again. So it might feel slightly different, might feel nicer. You might have preferred the first way. So do whatever feels good. Lovely. Come back through center. Then take your clasped hands over to the right side of your waist. Lengthen your spine as you exhale. Right ear comes towards right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Completely exhale. Good. Bring your head back up to center and then drop your chin to your chest. Take your right ear to the right again. Lovely. As you inhale, release your hands, bring your head back up, and then gently bring yourself to the middle of your mat. Lie yourself down. We'll come into a moving bridge pose. So if you bring your feet flat to your mat, parallel with each other, you can start with your palms touching your mat. Try and keep your core engaged. Push into your feet, and as you lift up into your bridge, squeeze your glutes. And then as you exhale, lower. So your inhale lifts, your exhale lowers. If you want to, you can add your arms. So your inhale lifts your hips and your arms. Backs of your hands come onto the mat, and then you reach away. Exhale lowers everything. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale down. So just do it in your time with your breath. It doesn't have to be at the same time as me. Good. Do one more. Lovely. And then just gently bring your knees in towards your chest. Maybe rock from side to side. Extend your right leg. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Take your left arm out to the side at shoulder height. And then just let your left leg fall across to the right. So your foot either comes to the floor. If it doesn't comfortably come to the floor, you can prop it up or bring your foot onto your right thigh. And then maybe look to the ceiling or over to the left. Take a few deep breaths. So try and let your facial muscles soften, your neck, your jaw soften. Good. Inhale brings you back to center. Bring your right knee back in and then extend your left leg. So your left hand holds your knee, your right arm comes out to the side. Exhale takes your leg over to the left, either to the floor or your left thigh. And then either look to the ceiling or your right hand. You can apply a bit of gentle pressure on your thigh if you'd like to enhance that twist, but you're not forcing anything. And try and relax your upper body. Good. Slowly come back onto your back. If you feel that you'd like to, you can hug your knees in one last time. Maybe take a full body stretch. Do whatever feels good. And then take your arms down by your side and just take a moment in Shavasana. So your body's worked hard. Try and completely relax it onto your mat. So you're not holding tension in any of your muscles. Relax your legs, your arms, your jaw. And I will leave you there so you can stay there as long as you would like to. Enjoy that rest, or if you feel you need to, you can get up and on with your day. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.